Hey, well, I thought I'd do some Earth's Dawn. I'm going to keep this limited because I do need to watch my hand. Overall, this game is pretty cool. I think that they definitely made some bad decisions when they, did the concept for this game. It's not like the game itself is bad. It's just the presentation is really off-putting. The motion tween animation they used is very off-putting as well. That stuff really turns people off. It's been motion tweening has been around for most of the modern internet era. You think about old Flash games. And most Flash games did not really use traditional animation, and if they did, it was very jerky. Flash was like one of the first programs, I believe, that allowed you to do motion tweening, where you could actually animate a character separately and use that to kind of just remove that process or greatly simplify it. So it looks really janky. The game is not a looker. The art style itself is not bad. I think the monsters actually look pretty cool, but the player characters just look they look embarrassing. I'm gonna go ahead and show the male character.
西暦2020
So you look at this guy. He looks like a Gears of War character. I'm actually curious to see if these characters even actually have bigger hitboxes. I wonder if you actually had a distinct disadvantage for picking the male character, because you can see how much wider his hitbox would be. I'm curious to see if that works or not, or if that actually has a difference.
You can
see how awkward it looks.
さあ、人類反撃ののろしを上げろ。全体、こちらビクター1。全員の降下を確認した。現時刻よりグランドターミナルに向け進軍を開始せよ。
Look at how the character runs. It doesn't look appealing at all. I'm not sure why they went like this. It's probably to reduce costs, but I think that they should have come up with a better solution. Gameplay itself is actually pretty cool. Trying to see what the problem is. That the animations just don't have any oomph to them. Like, the game tries to sell the moves with a lot of impact, but due to the motion animation, the animation technique that they use, it doesn't feel as clean as it should. attack buttons. Pretty standard fare. You know, played any other game like this, it's not very different. The combat actually has a pretty nice flow to it. Just have to kind of get used to it. You can see how awkward that animation looks. My take on motion tweening has been there's certain ways to use it where it doesn't feel like it cheapens the game. Like when you're animating like a giant monster or something, a lot of games like even, you know, really high quality ones like Symphony of the Night will animate them with motion tweening because it's easier to do it than drawing a gigantic sprite with pixel art and animating it, you know, separately or like every frame. But when you do it with everything, it makes the game look really cheap, and it's kind of a shame that it's happening with this because the gameplay is actually pretty fun. For like the half hour or so I played it, I've actually really enjoyed it. I think it's going to be really cool when I get the customization like unlocked and stuff. But the game does look cheap, and I think that's probably why it did so well. Graphics mean so much more now than they used to. If you remember Symphony of the Night, a lot of the big bosses like Beelzebub, Galamoth, like all of them, they looked different. They were animated with the same technique that they're using here. But most of the sprites weren't. Most of the other monsters, rather. A lot of people just don't like this animation technique at all, but I think it's just something that has to be used in moderation. Otherwise, it makes the game look really cheap, and that scares people off, even if the gameplay actually is pretty solid.
この先グランドターミナル構内にバロン級の反応あり、発見次第殲滅せよ。
In case you're wondering about these Gears of War people that are just following you, they're just there for show. They don't do anything. For all intents and purposes, the game is single player, and they didn't seem to add any kind of assist system or anything. I guess it's just to make it seem like you're not just a, you know, Dynasty Warrior character, but you basically are. You're just a single person, a man or a woman who just kills everything. There's no teamwork involved in the game at all. It's kind of a little misleading, the way that they kind of show that.
耗してるわよ。
バイタル低いぞ。何やってんだ。
それ。
I'm gonna die pretty much. I don't have any dashes. Not even sure what happens when you die. I finished this really easily on my first try. Oh, you can continue. Oh, I didn't know that. You have a boost bar that basically controls how many times you can dodge. One of the things I've had to get used to is how you pay attention to how many dodges you have. So you can see how cool the bosses look. You can see why they would use this animation technique for the bosses, because of how big they are. And it does make them seem look, more intimidating. But you look at the animations for the protagonist and just how janky it looks, and it feels just so unbalanced. Kind of wish that things were a little different, but the gameplay is actually really fun. I hear the customization is pretty cool too. Apparently the game's pretty grindy. So I hear the biggest problem with this game is not only is there like no documentation for it on the internet, I'm probably going to work on that more once my hand is a little better. A lot of this stuff that they teach you only shows up once, so you better you know, take some screenshots or something, because apparently there's like no compendium for any of this stuff later on, which I think is really weird. You know, you have a game that's apparently it takes quite a while to get through the end of the story. You know, you should have some kind of manual in the game or something. I don't know if it comes with one on the PS4 version. I'm playing on PC. I just got this off the Steam sale. So you can craft weapons. You have an energy, you know, a mechanic in the game, and you can craft weapons that way. So I have no clue how this works. I'm not even really going to get in depth with this. I actually made another file so that you guys can see the beginning. It seems like you get some pretty cool stuff that you can put on your weapons. And like I said, normally when I play a lesser-known game like this, I try to see if there's any information at all. I like to see, you know, what the customization is like, you know, what the moveset is like, or what flaws the game has. You know, I try to kind of make an educated purchasing decision depending on that. But with this game, there's like nothing. I couldn't even find a Japanese wiki. You know, a lot of games like this, like Ys games are a good example. Like, I think to this day, like the best source of information for Ys Memories of Celceta is still running the Japanese wiki through Google Translate. Like, it's not uncommon for this to happen with stuff that I play, but with this, there's like, I wasn't able to find anything. So once I figure this stuff out, I'll definitely get back to you guys. Now the skill system I don't understand either. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little gander in there before I stop the video. So you have this style or groove system. I have no idea how this works. I'll have to figure it out later on. Oh, here we go. So I hear the biggest problem with planning ahead in this game is that you can't see any of the stuff until you've unlocked it. So, I don't know how that's supposed to work. You get some of the requirements here, like I guess if you do 1500 attacks with the broadsword, you get an extra move. I'm gonna go ahead and link this to the throw. I think the throw is probably gonna be really good. Anyway, I'm already seeing how this is going to be pretty grindy. I thought about playing it meticulously until I got to the point where I could decide if I wanted to refund it, but it's becoming really apparent that I would have to play it for more than 2 hours. So I'm just gonna, as the fighting game community says, just take that L and play it and see what happens. You know, if it's turns out to be a shitty game, then at least you guys will know. But I enjoyed the hour or so I played this. I've only played through the first mission twice, but I'm going to give it more time. I just wanted to get this out because I know there's not much information about it at all. I will try to fill out what I can, but at the same time, I realize that no one's really going to care. I played through Tokiden 2 and I found a lot of the stuff by myself, or I found it from other people. I gave them credit and I put it in video form. I feel like with this, I'm not going to stress myself out doing that. I'm just going to I'll make videos about what I discover, but don't expect anything too crazy. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.